All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rekah, Quadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into that storm that's, it says it's moving towards Florida, you know. All right, it's called Storm Helene. And you see, that's the Lord. The Lord is causing these storms to show up in different parts of the earth. That's because he's starting to persecute the people of the earth, you see, for judgment, because that's one of his judgments. All right, let's get a scripture before I play a video. All right, let's start with this one. The Lord is beginning to visit. All right, this is Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storm and tempest and with flame of devouring fire." So the Lord is beginning to visit those people in Florida. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be damage done in that state because of that storm. Let's get another scripture before I play some of the videos. All right, this is Psalms 83 and verse 15. It says, "So persecute them with thy tempests and make them afraid with thy storms." You see? And I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be afraid of this storm when it hits Florida. All right, let's play this video. Just going to play a few videos. Slovakia. All right, let's skip this ad.
Good morning to you. Potential tropical cyclone number 9. That is what we're looking at for today. This is the brand new National Hurricane Center forecast cone, and you can see that the system right now is in portions of the Caribbean. Now, it's going to continue to be combating wind shear in the short term, right? So that is going to keep it a little weaker, at least for now. However, once it makes it out of some of that wind shear, later today, that's when we're going to see this system then develop into a tropical storm. So heads up there, that designation should be coming by this afternoon. Keeping that in mind, once it reaches the Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba, Wednesday is when we will have Hurricane Helene that will be entering into the Gulf. And then once it leaves and pushes out into the open Gulf, guess what? This system's going to interact with some of the warmest and deepest waters in the Atlantic Basin in general. So it has plenty of energy to rapidly intensify, and that's exactly what the forecast is calling for. This system will then continue to push closer to our coast heading into Thursday. Conditions will deteriorate by Wednesday evening. We'll see the first bands of rain and wind come, and also an isolated tornado threat with it. But with the latest advisory, here's the major change. It is back. We see that Category 3 status before landfall is possible, so we will have a major landfalling hurricane, Hurricane Helene, by Thursday late into the day. That landfall anywhere from 5 to 7 o'clock. Now, we could see some wiggles in terms of the cone, the track, of course, but we are already under that hurricane watch in that pink there, rightfully so. Once it makes landfall, cut off from its energy source, of course. Here's a live look at the system. It's combating that wind shear on the left portion of your screen. So we see a lot of those clouds on the right, but take a look at that wind shear, all that yellow green. Look at that. It starts to move away, and then that's when we start to see that system be able to rapidly intensify with less shear. Just keeping that in mind. And the model is still a little spread, but very likely we see that landfall along the Big Bend.
All right. And
All right.
that's how you use CRMs.
As you can see, the Lord is sending a storm to Florida. This ad skip. I want to play another video, but let me get a quick scripture. All right, this is another scripture in Isaiah. Scroll down. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 28:2. It says, "Behold, the Lord have a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm." You see, I'm pretty sure the Lord is sending that storm, Helene, to destroy some things. It says, "As a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand." You see, and that's the power of the Lord. That's a part of the judgments that He sends throughout the earth. All right, let's play this video. Oh, so lucky I turned the sound down.
Storm Helene, which is... Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine with an update on Tropical Storm Helene, which is expected to become a Category 1 hurricane by tomorrow. Right now, maximum sustained winds around 50 miles per hour. Not all that organized right now, just south of the western tip of Cuba, but is expected to sneak between the Yucatan and Cuba and head into the Gulf of Mexico as it's making its way to the west-northwest at around 12 miles per hour. So the latest track here from the National Hurricane Center, becoming a Category 1 hurricane tomorrow afternoon or even before that, and then zipping right through the Gulf of Mexico, making a quick trip to the Big Bend area of Florida, possibly as a major Category 3 hurricane, making landfall Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. Already along the west coast of Florida, tropical storm and hurricane warnings and anticipation of Hurricane Helene. After that, the remnants begin to move inland, some very heavy rain over the southeastern United States. Could be a drought buster, erasing the drought concerns over much of the eastern United States and the southeast especially, spilling showers over Kentucky, Indiana, out towards Illinois and much of the Ohio Valley, which also needs the rainfall. So look at the total amount of rainfall today all the way through Saturday. Inches of rain over parts of Georgia, South Carolina, western North Carolina, with those showers also spreading over much of the Ohio Valley. So there's some good and bad here. Obviously, this could be a major impact for Florida, but also a beneficial amount of rainfall where areas need it, where they've had drought over the last couple of months.
I got so frustrated.
Yeah, so Florida's going to get the brunt of the storm. All right, let's see. Play this one.
So what do you see with this new update?
Two things. The cone has narrowed, and the eastern side has gotten closer to us, which is probably what I think was going to happen. And I'll explain to you what that means for us here right now. As of 11 o'clock, still not a named system. This is still a potential tropical cyclone by the letter of the law, but it will become a storm tomorrow. Then it starts its northeast turn, becomes a hurricane Wednesday, 8 o'clock in the morning Thursday, Category 2, 105 sustained, gusts to 125. So notice the east side of the cone now comes into Tampa Bay, and the east side of the cone comes through Ocala, about 30 miles closer to Orlando, and the I-4